Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into an intriguing topic, the 10 psychological weaknesses of every woman. Now, before you hit that unsubscribe button, understand that this isn't about pointing fingers or making anyone feel bad. This is about understanding those deep-seated tendencies that can sometimes trip us up, lead to bad decisions, or just make life a little harder than it needs to be. We're going to break down these weaknesses one by one and look at the root causes. We'll talk about things like jealousy, clinginess, indecisiveness. You know, those things we've all struggled with at some point. And don't think this is some kind of man-bashing session either. This isn't about blaming men for the way women are. This is about taking control, ladies. Understanding ourselves better so we can build stronger relationships, make better choices, and ultimately live happier lives. So, buckle up and get ready for some straight talk and real solutions. Let's talk about jealousy. We've all felt it. That burning sensation when we feel threatened, insecure, or like we're about to lose something precious. But where does it come from? Often, jealousy stems from deep-seated insecurities, a lack of self-worth, or past experiences where trust was broken. Think about it. If you've been cheated on before, you might be more likely to feel jealous in future relationships. And the research backs this up. Studies show that women who have experienced infidelity in the past are significantly more likely to report feelings of jealousy in their current relationships. But here's the thing. Jealousy itself isn't the problem. It's how we choose to deal with it. Do we let it consume us, drive us to suspicion and accusations? Or do we use it as an opportunity to communicate our fears and insecurities to our partners? Remember, communication is key in any relationship. Now, let's talk about clinginess. We've all known that one woman who can't seem to function without constant reassurance and attention from her partner. But what's really going on beneath the surface? Often, clinginess is rooted in attachment styles, the way we learn to connect with others in early childhood. If you had a caregiver who was inconsistent or emotionally unavailable, you might develop an anxious attachment style, leading to a fear of abandonment and a need for constant validation in relationships. But hold on, there's more to it than just childhood experiences. Sometimes clinginess can be a sign of unmet needs in a relationship. If you're feeling neglected, unappreciated, or like your partner isn't emotionally present, it's natural to crave their attention and reassurance. The key is to communicate your needs effectively and work together to create a more secure and fulfilling partnership. Let's be honest, ladies, sometimes we can be a little indecisive. What do you want for dinner? I don't know, you pick. Sound familiar? But why is it so hard to make a decision sometimes? Well, for starters, women are often socialized to be people pleasers. We're taught to put the needs of others before our own, which can make it tough to assert our own desires and make choices that feel right for us. But there's also a psychological component at play here. Indecisiveness can stem from anxiety and a fear of making the wrong choice. We overthink every possibility, weighing the pros and cons endlessly until we're paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake. But here's the deal. Life is about taking risks and learning from our experiences. Sometimes the wrong choice can lead us to unexpected opportunities and growth. So, don't be afraid to trust your gut and go for it. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, drama. Some women have a knack for attracting it, creating it, or just plain reveling in it. But what's the psychology behind this? In some cases, drama can be a way of seeking attention or validation. If you feel unseen or unheard, creating a dramatic situation can be a way of demanding attention and forcing people to acknowledge your presence. But drama can also be a way of expressing emotions, especially for women who haven't learned healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with difficult feelings. Instead of calmly communicating their anger, sadness, or frustration, they lash out, create chaos, and turn everyday situations into theatrical productions. The key here is to develop emotional intelligence, the ability to identify, understand, and manage our emotions in a healthy and constructive way. Now let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Evolutionary psychology suggests that some of these so-called weaknesses actually developed as survival mechanisms for women throughout history. Think about it. In a world without modern conveniences, women relied on men for protection and resources. So, traits like clinginess and jealousy might have actually served a purpose, ensuring that men stuck around to provide and protect. And don't even get me started on the biological factors. Hormones, ladies. They can wreak havoc on our emotions and behaviors. We're talking PMS, pregnancy hormones, menopause. All these hormonal shifts can make us more susceptible to mood swings, irritability, and yes, even those dreaded female weaknesses. Let's dive deeper into the biological factors that can influence these weaknesses. We're talking hormones, brain chemistry, and the whole shebang. For instance, did you know that women have significantly higher levels of oxytocin, the cuddle hormone, than men? This hormone plays a crucial role in bonding, attachment, and social connection, which might explain why women tend to be more nurturing and relationship-oriented. But here's the catch-22. Those same hormones that make us feel love and connection can also make us more susceptible to heartache and emotional pain. When a relationship ends, women experience a surge of stress hormones, leading to those all too familiar feelings of sadness, grief, and yes, even clinginess. It's not just in our heads, ladies, it's in our biology. Now, let's talk about how our individual experiences and upbringing can shape these traits. Think about it. If you grew up in a household where your mother was constantly putting her own needs aside for her husband and children, you might learn to do the same. You might become a people pleaser, afraid to assert your own needs and desires. Or maybe you witnessed your parents going through a bitter divorce, leaving you with a deep-seated fear of abandonment. This could manifest as clinginess or possessiveness in your own romantic relationships. The point is, our past experiences, both positive and negative, can have a profound impact on how we show up in the world and interact with others. So how do we break free from these patterns and create positive change in our lives? It all starts with self-awareness. We need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and acknowledge our own tendencies, both the good and the bad. Are you prone to jealousy? Do you struggle with indecisiveness? Once you identify your weaknesses, you can start to understand the root causes and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Self-awareness is about being honest with ourselves about our strengths and weaknesses. It's about recognizing the patterns in our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and understanding how they impact our relationships and our lives. Now, sometimes self-awareness alone isn't enough. We need a little extra help to unpack our baggage, work through past traumas, and develop healthier patterns of behavior. That's where therapy comes in. A skilled therapist can provide a safe and supportive space for you to explore your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors without judgment. They can help you identify the root causes of your weaknesses, develop coping mechanisms for dealing with difficult emotions, and ultimately create lasting change in your life. Therapy isn't a sign of weakness, ladies. It's a sign of strength and a commitment to personal growth. And finally, let's talk about the importance of a supportive environment. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, encourage you, and challenge you to be your best self. These are the people who will celebrate your victories, offer a shoulder to cry on when times get tough, and hold you accountable for your actions. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or a therapist for support. Building a strong support system is crucial for navigating the challenges of life and overcoming those so-called female weaknesses. So, there you have it. 10 psychological weaknesses of every woman. But remember, these are just general tendencies, not absolutes. Every woman is unique with her own strengths, weaknesses, and life experiences. The key is to approach these traits with curiosity and compassion rather than judgment or shame. Instead of trying to suppress or deny these parts of ourselves, let's embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Let's challenge the societal expectations that tell us we need to be perfect and embrace our authentic selves, flaws, and all. Remember, true strength lies in vulnerability, self-acceptance, and the courage to be perfectly imperfect. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content.